Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Shining in the Darkness. Darkness Edition version 1.7, and we are going to be continuing on our way as we explore the Cave of Strength. Now we didn't really buy any new armor, but Pyra should do more damage. Yeah, she's now about on par with our main character, so start to get a little bit more even of participation in the battles. Now we are going to want to save up and get the Morning Star. At least that's what my interest is. I forgot we could try to use some of these. He didn't get anything new, so they can finish that off. We can just try to use this. I don't expect them to do anything, but you never know what gets put in. There we go. We found out they don't do anything. That's knowledge. I have seen new abilities put to stuff in other mods, so the only way to find out is to try. Oh, hello, crab friend. I guess we will slow it. It isn't terrible to do. Did one attack. Didn't do damage. Goodbye, crab. We'll miss you. Kind of. Now, I don't suspect we're going to be finishing the dungeon on this run. I think we will still have to go back, but we'll make it further. This way, and then we just go straight ahead and go to the right. There we go. I think we got a pretty good handle on the current monsters we've seen. We've seen 5 of them, and there is 8 more to go. One of which is the Grimbeak equivalent. Here's another one, Spider Hack. I don't actually know what that hack is supposed to be, like, analogous to, but it is a name. So they do this, which can tangle you up. What did I list this as? It doesn't do damage, but entangle. Alright, that's what I called it before. Okay, so we can put that in there that they do entangle. If they're like the other one and they have 27 and 28, but we can confirm. I'm gonna put it in there as a placeholder, we'll confirm in 1 second. I'm just writing down that they do entangle. $54 and $56. Yep, that's right. We got that on the dot. Yep, we get a wisdom seed. So wisdom seeds sell for quite a lot of money. That's their main feature. Don't mind me, I'm just filling in squares. And here's another enemy we haven't seen. Well, they do quite a bit of damage. They do like 10 more than any other monster we've seen. That technically puts them as a higher threat rating than the other ones. They also have more defense. They can duck behind their shield. Alright. They're like their previous kin, they have 29 EXP and 30 gold. I'm gonna write that for now. I'm gonna say they have duck, which doubles, it cuts damage you do to them in half. It doesn't double their defense, it's not exactly what it does. I wanna say it correctly. It just takes whatever damage you were gonna do it and cuts it in half. And it takes effect before it says they've even moved. So you can't just outspeed them. So 112, you can try to sort out what their stuff was from that. That's 29. Yep, 29 and 30 are right where we expected. So, looks like we have another character kind of sorted out. Now, the other thing is that I'm pretty sure they can critical hit. So, that's probably something else they can do. I also suspect that those spiders we were dealing with can also poison us. So we're starting to see new abilities on these, because with the last version of this, they couldn't duck, for instance. So that is a new ability that they've been given. I wouldn't say it makes them more dangerous, but it does at least give them variety. But they're already plenty dangerous. Don't get that twisted. They do a decent amount of damage now. And I think they can critical hit, probably. Most of those subspecies can critical hit. Since we don't know what we're going to be up against, we should kind of make sure that we keep on top of our situation. And if we do think we've understood everything about these chest beaks from fighting them like this, we'll feel fine to go and fight the ones up front too. But the reason why I'm saving them is so we can experiment with them later if we don't happen to figure them out. That's a lot of these guys. They're not gonna fit in here, so you can't really summon any more health, guys. You don't think 6 is enough? Now the main thing we want to do is get like some weapons that hit a bunch of targets. So that's what will start making this situation a little bit more easily managed. I believe both the Thorn Whip and the Warning Star would help in that regard. So we have 2 options to make it better. Ooh. Hello, friend. We have a Droplet. This is another mini boss of this floor. So normally these guys have 75 EXP and 50 gold. I'll just put that in there for now. Normally they do freeze level 2 and double attack as of the previous version. And we're gonna see what they do to us. I'd actually prefer if they just cast it on us versus attack, because they might be able to critical hit. Well, 5 damage isn't too bad. Yep, they double attacked. Nice. That's probably actually better than if they had casted. So we can write that down that they double attack. We'll have to keep in mind if they ever single attack, because that'll be like, give them an optional range. Yep, this one's sorted. 75 and 50. Good. Don't have to change it. Neither one of these should be progress. These are both dead ends that lead to maybe treasure, maybe nothing. But I want to get them mapped. Now it looks like we got another knife to sell. That's nice. How are we doing for gold? Yeah, our aim is for 4,000 this time. However, we can sell one of our weapons for about 500. Give or change, like 560. We do also have a knife that will sell for 75. What we need is about 3,300-ish, 3,400-ish. Oh good, we go first. Does let us simplify the group a little bit. They will get a chance to do something though. They did a little bit. They didn't do anything new though. That's fine. So now we've seen all but 5 of the monsters. I don't think we have them completed like the first ones though. So. Oh, that's right. We also have a wisdom seed that should sell for a couple hundred. So we only need about 3,200. Technically, these guys can do more damage. Let's sort them out first. Yeah, ensnaring us could be a problem, but it doesn't do damage itself. They can wait for a chance to strike. I've never really known exactly what that does, but it doesn't do damage, but we can put that in our list of things they can do. That's a second thing they can do. Alright, and that's this room mapped out too, so now we can move this way again. Now several of the nastier mobs should be downstairs, and we will poke our nose down there just to see what's going on. But there's no, like, value down there. It's kind of a penalty if you fall kind of area. But I like to map it this way. It's just what I do. No particular reason. We're not in a rush. See how we're doing. Well, we're getting there. And now we've done the full circle. Nope, Hello, crab friend. We'll slow them down a little bit. One attack. Still one attack. That one's dead as heck. Yep, and this is the way further, and this is the way to that area. So we'll go down here and poke around. So what have we here? Skull Eye. Now, in the base game, these drain you. And in the previous version, they also do that. They do drop the Ice Staff, which is quite nice. I do believe that those Impkins would be giving us an upgrade for Milo if we wanted to stick around and fight them long enough. So if they're like their analogs, these guys would be 30 EXP and 31 gold. We can confirm that here. I'm gonna guess they also do Mana Steel, so I'm gonna preemptively place that here. I would be more startled if they don't try to do it. Yep, they sure do. Well, that's instant confirmation. And that's confirmation on their values. Okay. Oh, there was a single treasure. Okay, my bad. But there's no other things to grab here. More of these guys, they're not too bad. And they effectively use their duck behind shield to absorb all of our attacks without doing much damage. Good for them. That's effective strategizing. And that is this little area mapped out. Oh, yep, here's our upside down bats. Nice. Nosferu. That's fun. So, these are probably analogous to the vampires. They would have 32 EXP and 34 gold if similar. And they would drop a leather robe. And last time they had the ability to paralyze us when they hit us. So I'm going to preemptively place that there, but we're going to keep an eye on it. neither one of them attacked us, so at least we didn't take damage from that. And we sorted it. Well, if we want to farm for their items, we can come back for it when we can one-shot them. That would be a better way to do it. But we're gonna keep exploring. Mostly because I don't want to run out of MP just fighting those drainers if we don't need to. Both of these are locked off, and they have treasure you can get later on the far one. But we can't do that yet, so we are going to work on this stuff. Okay, we got the proof of poison we suspected. And write that in for them. How are we looking? And we're almost at our goal, to be honest. Oh boy. Some friends here. Let's take care of the ones that can stop us in our tracks. So they cast Quick level 1, so that's an ability they didn't have before. So that's the confirmation that those guys critical hit. We were wondering. So now we got 2 new critical things to write in. Critical hit for the Pymates. And I'm gonna put an asterisk in the Paralyze in case it's not real. But it might be something they can do. But what we do know is that they can cast Quick level 1. And slow level 2. So that's 2 things they couldn't do before. That's actually not too shabby. It gives more variety. Let's heal up. They're certainly doing some damage to us. So it's getting close to the time when we go back and equip up. Some more of these guys. We'll prioritize them. Yeah, I figured they'd get some. we're a couple hundred shy of where we wanted to be. But as long as we don't get more of those skull eyes, we'll be okay. Because those guys could put us below our escape threshold. That would be unfortunate. One more good battle will give us enough gold for what our goal was, though, I believe. Yeah, we're just a little bit off. We want to be a little bit over 3,200, to be sure. We got about halfway through the floor before we got here. Oh, that's lucky. Yeah, they can't take... Oh, and the other one ran good. Double lucky. Okay, that's further. We'll go down this hallway. And then we will leave. And this could be one of the skull babes. So we will heal up before we get in there. We have an herb and Milo still has MP. Oh, we also have a healer fruit. But no one needs enough HP, I think, to want to utilize that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll still top off, because we're planning on leaving right after. Milo still has it on them in case they need to heal. Yep, here we go. So this is the Chesapeake analog. Let's see what its name is. Treshawk. Well, that's a fun name. So let's see what we think they would do based on the previous version of this. All we ever found out was that they could put us to sleep. They did used to have 135 EXP and 160 gold, so we'll preemptively write that in and change it if necessary. But we're not going to go easy on it. It'll do what it does, and we'll see what it does. It only attacked once and didn't do anything special, but so... Nope. Okay. The gold and the XP were correct, though. Well, that should get us what we want. So let's go and sort out our inventory. We aren't gonna need this. And this was also extra. And we got the wisdom seed. We also aren't gonna need this to depoison. That's right, we need to go to deals for what we want. Yep, we want to get the Morning Star. We're a little short. Oh right, because we can sell the weapon. I factored that into how much we had to work with. I'm gonna confirm that Pyra cannot use it. Oh, you can actually use this Wow. That's not base game for sure. Let's see if it was in the mod before I had a listing. Actually, she could use it before. Alright. So we're going to see what kind of stats it has. So it has 30 on it. And we're going to hand it across the board to make sure everyone can use it. You could use it. Alright, I changed my mind. We're gonna have the main hero use it because they'd probably do more damage to all the mobs. If it's like before, it acts like a flail. No, a whip, actually, my bad. This mod has it as a whip, the Battle Edition has it as a flail. But a whip is still pretty good, it hits every enemy in a group. But that would be better served on the stronger of the characters. There we go, let's heal up. Alright, so one thing we're going to do is we're going to get a safety. We are going to buy a single angel feather and just have it sit on Pyra. This is in case we, for some reason, get drained of all of our MP, we can just get out. Oh, that's pretty expensive, but we may end up wanting it later. We may also just get plenty of it from the monsters. Another piece of equipment we'll be getting soon is we'll be getting the Thorn Whip. So we won't know how this works until he actually gets a chance to use it before the enemies get killed. It'll happen, don't worry. we will be able to confirm if it behaves like a flail, but well, you can critical hit. That's our confirmation that they critical hit. We hadn't gotten that yet, so let's write these in. Yeah, so I think that maybe the double attack got taken away from them. I haven't seen a double attack by them yet. Which is fine, they're actually already pretty strong. I was fine with it being either or, you know? Yep, there we go. 2 attacks, 3 attacks. So it's not a flail, but it is a whip. Confirmation. Oh, actually, we don't need to go that way. Just gonna write that down. That we have confirmation. Okay, go back up. Now if we get lucky, those imp equivalents will give us a better weapon for Milo. They could drop us a battle axe. Technically the Nosferatu could also give us a better armor for our 2 of the characters, the leather armor. But it's fine if we don't. We can buy armor. Although it certainly isn't my first priority. I mean, it might be helpful if it was, but honestly I'm fine with going back and healing. A good offense is always the best defense. That's always my stance. I'd rather overinvest in weaponry first. $18, that's a new high for that. Oh, you did get a second attack. Look at you. Okay, so they are exactly the same then. So they both have single attack and double attack, which means that they can choose to do either. If one only has one or the other, then they'll always do that one. Most enemies default to a single. It's like kind of like how critical hits are a flag. They either critical or they don't. The same thing with the attacks. Critical hit's not like a specific skill, it's just kind of like a state of choices that it makes. But now we can pretty much just leave the biggest group to the main character and he'll kill off all of them. That'll save us a decent amount of damage even if we didn't raise any armor. Another nice thing about them is they do drop a decent amount more gold than the average monster. Please don't do that, that's rude. Ouch. I wanted to kill these with great prejudice. They certainly did enough damage to our mana. I'd rather take physical damage than damage to the mana. Actually, I'll use this to heal. So this is the way further that we didn't go last time. No, it's the next one actually. Oh, it's the Nosferatu. Okay. I'm double focusing on these guys because they do critical hits. Honestly, both these groups do critical hits. But at least the cave primates are easier to take care of, so we do that. And these guys do waste their turns sometimes. So the cave primates are a better target. Ooh, we get to go first. They're not gonna like this. I don't actually know if we're gonna finish the dungeon this time, but we're certainly going to try. So that's confirmation that they poison. We did never get confirmation on them paralyzing. Maybe they don't anymore. But they could. Maybe they do both. They certainly could do both. That is what their old analog used to do. I'm definitely keeping my eye on it in case it happens. We are gonna go through this room twice just to get all the squares. Ouch. Oh well, at least they gave me a healer fruit. I guess that counteracts the ouch a little bit. These aren't very sturdy. They might just be dead before they can do a lot. They do freeze. We got confirmation on that, but we suspected that all along. I'm gonna write that in for them. Okay. But yeah, no, if we hadn't missed doing damage on that attack, we probably would have killed it that first round. Yeah, whether we finish this area or not is not super important, but we are kind of not too far away from doing it. So these guys do two different versions of Mana Steel, by the way. They have two different versions that they do. They do Furrow, and they do their Shining version. Both of them do the same thing. Although I think the Furrowing does less stealing. I actually didn't expect it to be a double stack, but that's kind of funny. Well, that might end our run a little earlier than normal. If we run low on mana points, we'll have to leave just to refill. It's fine, it's part of the game. But a mitigation strategy to that is to give all of our healing jobs to one character, so the other one still has MP. They'll waste half their turns trying to drain a character without MP. They'll never target the main character because he doesn't have any, but they will take turns wasting their turns on that for the other one that's empty. And of course Milo's always the one you want to empty first, because Pyra can get you out of there. So her having MP is just a good idea. I was deciding whether I had enough leeway to just chill for a second. I think we're fine. I'm gonna actually try to run from this. This could be a bad group. Yep. It's just not worth fighting. It's not that it's dangerous so much as it would basically send us out of this entire journey almost immediately. Like, we just have to come back in after going back to heal. This is not great, but it's still more manageable. Yep, they're out. I'm gonna go right down what that does. I guess I never had Furrow Brow even listed on here. I guess it wasn't used before now, actually, so I'm gonna write it in. It seems to do always 6 MP. That's all I've ever seen it do. So I'm gonna say we've got the range on these ones now. Cool. But yeah, now that's one of our characters completely out, so it's a bit of a question on whether we can finish this one before being forced to return or not. I guess I could... I probably am high enough level to run from every encounter to do it, but we don't need to rush it. 2 new monsters. Pumpkin Fowls we probably can't even hit right now. I guess if we try to hit them... Well, at least she can hit it, but she can't kill it. I actually thought it would run, because they always try to run. That's what they do in this mod. They're like a high EXP, always run enemy. So we killed 2 of those. There were 35 and then 38 apiece. So we'll write that in. And we didn't get any abilities out of them, so. But if they're like their equivalents from before, they can both critical hit and poison hit, so. I expect they hit pretty hard too. But this version can have new abilities. Like these guys right here definitely have several new abilities. And they lost their paralyzed hit, I think. But honestly, changing like the stats on things is probably more aggravating anyways, so they're probably a better nuisance than they were. So they can watch warily, huh? Okay, that's an ability. We'll put that in for them. They didn't have that ability before. Yep, we got critical hit. That's something we did expect them to have. The only disadvantage with her healing is that she can't cast level 2, which isn't the worst, but it is a little slower. So this is a way we're not going to explore. This leads to Gilla. We're going to save him for the final encounter. We like to bring all the heroes to the final battle. Nothing like going to beat down Dark Soul with the princess and the other 2 optional heroes. What do you mean we're not supposed to take the princess to the final boss? I disagree. Yeah, there's a decent chance we can get to the end of this. I think this is the last major room before it. I don't remember which way is the progress, though. Okay, so good, this is a cul-de-sac. That means I can just map it and not have to come back for it. I suspected that. And 2 of these aren't the biggest problem. Definitely not great. But they, like I said, they waste half their turns on the person without magic, so. Oh, Lost Spirit? Huh. I didn't even have a listing for these guys. Well, I didn't expect you to show up, but we'll put you in here. Okay. I had them listed for the next dungeon in my head. I had it wasn't listed by dungeons, by the way. I did mention before, but the developer of the mod listed what all the enemies drop. So I kind of had to cut it where I thought would be for each dungeon. Well, these ones are here. So their special drop is the main Gosh, which would be a nice drop. Okay, so if they're like, I actually don't know what their equivalent would be, so we're just gonna have to figure them out. But if they're like the other ones, they cast spells. That's probably what they have going on for them. And most spells do less damage than the melee at this point, so we'll give them a chance. Probably a little less dangerous. No, that told us absolutely nothing. Thank you. Okay, they can do sleeping powder. I'll write that in for them. Let's figure out what their EXP and gold are. 110 and 120. Gotta take the two dudes out. So they have 40 EXP and 50 gold. Oh wait, that might not be right. I forgot the gold for the other guys is different. So it was 120. $44 gold. Okay. Not too different, but different enough that I noticed that I might have done it wrong. Cool. So they probably do other stuff. We only saw them use sleeping powder, but maybe sleeping powder is all they do. We'll find out eventually. They decided to attack instead. Oh, they did something that doesn't affect us, just like the other guys. I hope the mod developer sees it and can say, oh, they paralyze. Ooh, they do have paralyze hit. Okay, that's two things we learned. So they're trying to do something that they aren't being successful at, and they paralyze it. And it's probably the same thing that the mud kobolds try to do. I'm gonna note that. Something not affecting. So they might have a skill that is not properly triggering, but tries to trigger. But they also have paralyze hit, so they have quite an array of abilities. They've got 4 abilities already, and we're only in the first dungeon. Also, paralyze hit is quite nasty. This also does make these guys more of a priority target, because that is technically a way to get a game over. If all of your characters are paralyzed, your run is over. What do we have for items? No more healing. We definitely have enough to heal up, but we don't have a lot left afterwards. One good drainer or two will actually empty us. That's fine. If we have to come back, we have to come back. Next time we'll get through for sure if we do get sent out. This is a big room. I don't remember which way was progress. These guys are gonna run. We can try to kill them though. Yeah, so it ran in two different ways. That's funny. Well, I mean, if they're just gonna run, they're just gonna run. She could critical though. I think we also have a chance to surprise them and probably get some kills in. I think the way to go to progress is through that side one. So they duck as well. I didn't have that written. Knew about the warily. Ducking cuts damage in half. That's the same thing that the Impkins do. Let's put this in before them. Yeah, I do think we're going to get there, so right around this corner. We are really close to the end of the floor, though. I'm gonna run from this one and hope we get away from that. Did I have it writ that they could do? Yep, I did. Cool. As long as they don't get paralyzed, they'll kill them all. Well, that was interesting. Everyone decided to skedaddle. Ooh, here's another one. Fire blob. Let's get these guys in here. These are equivalent to the Uvile Oozes. So these guys cast Blaze level 1 last time we played. So if they're the same as they used to be, then they would have 44 EXP, 41 gold. I'm gonna preemptively write it, but we'll confirm it after this round. See if they got their damage up to level 2. If so, that would be unfortunate. They seem to like to run, though. So they're runners. Well, that's safer for us, I guess. Wasn't what I expected. I expect them to cast Blaze on us. They cast quick. I didn't expect that. Let's put that in their listing. I mean, it's something to do that's not attacking us. I'll take it. So they have Blaze level 2. That is some damage. So yeah, they got up to Blaze level 2. Not too surprised. $80 and 82, so that's 40 and 41 equivalently. So they have a little less than I remembered. So let's put them there. Cool. So we'll run from any of those mana drainers, but we will fight anything else. Which way goes forward? That's forward. This way is there. Honestly, if we make it to the ending, we wouldn't need more MP. We'd be close to the entrance. I keep on hoping she'll get a critical hit and just kill one, but eventually we'll be fast enough to just take them out, or she'll have a better weapon and can just kill them. One of those things will happen. We are saving up for the Thorn Whip. How are we doing for that? Oh yeah, we can just get it when we get out. We're gonna heal up. We are going to... This could be another of the Treasure Hogs. Nope, it was a short sword. That's money. we're committing. We're just gonna heal up and deal with it. We are right around the edge. Well, she's consistently hitting him. Another wisdom seed. Might start running from some of these. That seemed damaging. Ooh, you're not going to survive this one. We'll finally get a counting on them. What do we think they give us? 150 and 60 apiece. 50 EXP, 60 gold. That's nice. It's better than all the other enemies here that we've seen. I'll put them at the end. And their only abilities are run. They also drop a iron helm if you get very lucky, which would be quite useful. This we can probably take. Might hurt us, but we can take it. But you can watch warily. Well, that's another ability. Okay, we'll put that in the list. At least it doesn't do damage. No thank you, let's try to escape from that. Too much damage. This is probably fine. One of them's not attacking. The other one we didn't hit. Oh, actually, alright, neither one of them we hit. Who tried to attack us, I mean. The other one's not trying to attack us either. Can't argue with not getting hurt. That's the way forward, so we are going to actually just into these side passages. Yeah, they're all just gonna run anyway, it doesn't matter. So now all the squares are mapped. We are right around the corner. This might actually already be it. There we go. Now we get to walk out. Huzzah, we have passed the trial of strength. We sure do. Well, that was right to the wire. And that's the way further. But we are gonna go back and we are going to upgrade. These could do some good damage, but we're gonna kill a number of them, if not most of them. And you're gonna run, so you didn't do any damage. Womp womp. I guess it's some extra money on the way out. Why not? Any leftover money can start going towards armor finally, and we're certainly gonna need it. We didn't get any of the special items dropped by enemies, but we did get a pretty good recording of their other information. There's only a couple of enemies we didn't get a full read on what they might do, specifically the Treshhawks and maybe the Lost Spirits, but I think both of those show up in the next dungeon's entrance as well, so we can certainly have another try at it. Or if we really get curious, we can come back and try later. It certainly is an option. So we're gonna clean up our inventory. We don't need this. Or this. Even this woven robe was extra. Anything else that we got? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So we have a little bit extra to play with after this, and we also have a weapon to sell after this. So I'm going to confirm that neither of these characters can use it. You can't use it. You probably can't use it either. You sure can't. Cool. That's standard. Now let's check our prize out. So it doesn't look like it does a lot more damage, but it does 45 and hits the whole group. Let's confirm that that's the damage that it did before. It might have changed. We've had a couple of changed items so far. Nope, that's the same. Cool. So we can take that entry off of the ones to confirm. Cool. Another weapon sorted. Okay, now we are going to sell that weapon that we don't need anymore. And get a decent amount back. Actually, you know what I'm gonna confirm? I'm gonna confirm that she can't wear any armor. Any shield, I mean. So we already know she can't do this one. Let's see if she can't wear this for some stupid reason. Yep, she can't do it. I'm gonna see if she can use it. If she can't use it, then I might not buy it immediately. Because these two already have that as an option, so I'd rather up their hats first. Especially because we could get a main Gosh from one of the enemies anyway. So our next one to check would be the fur hood, I believe. Let's confirm which ones we haven't checked. So So I haven't checked to see if Pyra can wear this. I already knew she couldn't. Okay. That was likely. And now that I consider it, our main character could probably pass theirs along before we sell it anyway. So we could see if Milo can even wear it. So the fur hood cannot be worn by the main character. So we're going to confirm that. So I'm going to confirm that she can wear it. The other thing I'm going to buy for us is the next best hat for the main character. But I'm going to go through and see who else can wear it. So she can't wear it. Also, this is more expensive than it used to be, now that I consider it. It used to be 1,000. I'm gonna see what it says now. 1,600. So I'm just checking to see if any of the other prices changed. 34. So yeah, that changed to be 32, not 34. So those are just minor changes, but it does make a bit of a difference. So yeah, we're gonna get the bronze helm. We're gonna move our way back and see, can Milo wear it? Milo can wear it. Milo's not going to wear it. We're in fact gonna move it to the main character, but... Oh, what do you got? Cool. That'll be there for later. There's also a wooden shield that he sells, but probably we're gonna want the Madu for everyone instead. And now let's get the values on them. So... that's 20. Okay, let's confirm that that's what we expected. Yep, that is correct. And unlike the other armor piece slots, that one kicks you out when you actually equip it, so you gotta go back in for another character. So this is 18. It's almost the same value for like a third the price. So this is definitely a better choice for Milo for sure. Unless you happen to stumble on it for free. Oh, did you offer me that? Yep, you did. Actually, that's not a bad price. I ain't gonna lie. What do we have on this? Like, that's convincing me that maybe I just want to go get it now, because, like, that is a really good price. Alright, you know, I was gonna call it here. I'm gonna go in here for, like, 2 fights and, like, get it. Because I wanna have us equipped for next time. Because I'm gonna probably be calling it here after we sort out. We'll either get a crab or we'll get a regular encounter. It doesn't really matter to me. A couple of these will give us the 120 we need. Yeah, Yeah, or one crab battle would do it too. They're 200. Oh, good for you. You got a decent hit on us. Yeah, that'll do it. That's all I wanted. Yeah, see, that one's cheap enough that it's worth it now. What was the previous cost of that? Actually, this was what it cost before too, so this is still worth it, actually. This is the only one she can wear that is an actual shield. Other than the magical shield later. Or also, I guess, like, the mithril one, I think. I'm gonna confirm they can wear it. I think all of them can wear it. So we are gonna go across the board and confirm that. Just to get this one off the list. Yep. But this gives her another item in a slot. And that is the goal. Nope, wrong button. So that is 20. Confirmed. Cool. Well, we're gonna go save it. Well, thank you all for watching. We are going to take this as the end of our session, and we will be back next time for more adventures in the Kingdom of Thornwood. Y'all take care now, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, y'all.